Welcome back to our innate superpowers. My name is Tracy, and I am on a mission to help people discover what makes them innately great. This is the second installment of Self-Reflection Sundays. If you haven't seen the first video and you don't know what Self-Reflection Sunday is, I highly encourage you to go check out that video after you watch this video. We are in a kind of different space right now because I need to work and so I did not want to be bothered by moving my chair and setting myself up in the right place, so I was like, let me just go ahead and set myself up at my desk right here. But enough with the small chit chat. Let's kind of get right into the video. I thought about it and I feel like this week was like oddly very chill. I feel like this week I thought was going to be much more hectic and it wasn't. I started my very last semester over at Sac City this Tuesday. Monday was a holiday. And I'm taking two classes this semester. Calculus 3, people call it multivariable, see, I don't even know. I'm just gonna stick with Calc 3 and linear algebra. And I was kind of panicking because I was like, oh man, like these are two really like notoriously hard classes and I don't really know like how well I'm gonna do, and like kind of speaking fear into it. And immediately I was like, Tracy, you should probably knock that out because you don't want to accidentally speak things into existence. So I chilled out a little bit and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna like do what I have to do to make myself and my life easier. Before the classes even started, I looked at the syllabuses and I mapped out like all the exams and stuff and like got really familiar with like how the classes are. And then the first couple of days of instruction came, and honestly, I can say this right now. The professors that I have are really wonderful in that they truly seem to care about their students and like the success of their students in their class. And I know a lot of people who are in STEM can probably relate. Not every professor looks out for their students like that. Like some professors you can kind of tell are just teaching because they have to for one reason or another. And it's really frustrating when you get professors who don't really care too much about the students and like the classes are really hard and they feel kind of lost. But I'm grateful this week that the week was easy and that the professors that I have for this very last semester are nice. They're nice and they seem to like want us to succeed, which is half the battle. That means that they're willing to empathize with us. That means that they're willing to work with us and not make us feel dumb if we don't really know basic things. I guess the theme of this video is air quotes because I feel like I've used air quotes a lot and it's only been like 3 minutes into the video so far. But yeah, so that's one thing that I am grateful for this week. The second thing that I'm grateful for is my apartment hunt and how smooth that has been. For those of you who don't know, I'll be transferring to UC Davis in the fall to study statistics. And with that, I know that I think it's like this in a lot of different college towns, but like the apartment hunt and the apartment grabs are very competitive. And so I really wanted to make sure that me and my housemates had a very decent place to live because I would hate to be the type of person that's like, you know, we start school in September and like in August, I'm like, oh no, I don't know what I'm gonna do for housing. Part of me was very apprehensive to go and like call different property managers and try to get my stuff figured out, just because this is the first time I've ever experienced anything like this. And so anytime anyone does anything for the first time, I think that there is a little bit of hesitation. But I'm happy to say that with the hunt so far, it's been very fruitful. I think we've narrowed it down to a couple places that are viable, and I'm happy to say that like the people that I've talked to are very pleasant. Now, you might be thinking, yes, that is their job because they're trying to get you to live at their apartment complex. Yeah, that's true, but also I've dealt with some realtors that are like really kind of awful. And they just want your money, and if you don't have their money up front, they're like not willing to help you out or like negotiate with you in any type of way, which, like, by the way, very bad business practice, because you never know who has money and who doesn't at this point in life, right? But you know, it just goes to show like how impactful like being nice to everybody is, right? Because like even if they may not have like the money up front right away, like in a couple of years, you never know what could happen, and you may have accidentally burned a bridge because you didn't want to do business with someone that you thought wasn't worthy enough. But I'm happy to say that that's not the case, and that the apartment hunt has been very nice and smooth, and I think that will be, no, not I think, speak it into existence, we'll be okay for the upcoming school year. That brings me to the last thing that I'm grateful for this week, is being able to like enjoy my weekend. And what I mean by that is I am definitely somebody who has a very hard time relaxing. If I am trying to relax, like typically, like even if work isn't in front of me, I will have work on my mind. But this weekend, Shaq and I went to the Point Reyes Lighthouse, I think that's what it's called. And it's like about a 3-hour drive away from where we are in Sacramento. But we were just able to like sit in the car and talk to each other and like laugh and like see some very beautiful sights. We saw some very wonderful, lush, green countrysides. We saw a lot of cows. We saw the ocean and like a very beautiful sunset. And I can honestly say that like it's been such a blessing to have somebody in my life who values not only work but play as well, and kind of balance me out in that way, because that's not something that I'm used to by any means. But I think it's helped me tremendously in life to be able to do that, and I'm grateful that he's not only that person for me, but we can enjoy these experiences that we have with one another, and it's very huge. And on that semi-sentimental note, that wraps up this week's Self-Reflection Sunday. And as always, if you enjoyed this content, please leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what are you grateful for this week? And it doesn't have to be huge or momentous. It can be something that's very small, like I got out of bed, I'm like, that's wonderful. Or it can be something huge, like I won the lottery, which like, slide in my DMs and donate to the cause of Tracy, if that is the case. But like, that's great too. So with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead of you, and I will see you guys next Sunday.